Hey everybody, Ryan Eisenbart here with IOBI Systems, and our partners at Adobe recently released some changes to the email marketing campaigns and a bunch of other really cool features. And so today I want to just re-review how you can send out email campaigns, talk about some of the new features that they implemented and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get started. So basically, today we're gonna review how to send a one-off email campaign, which is just, or excuse me, one-off email campaign, which is just one email campaign at a time. Okay. And in there, we're going to show you how to add your campaign details, which consists of campaign name, delivery date, delivery time, email subject, email from name, email from address, and the email format, which are obviously text and HTML, and we'll talk a little bit more about those when we get there. Well, and then we're going to go to choose recipients. We're going to review the send to field, which has always been there, and then we're going to also review the brand new field called exclude recipients, and we'll get into that when we get there as well. Then we're going to choose a brand new template. One of the best thing, or one of the new exciting things inside of the platform is or rather Adobe has introduced some great new templates for you to use. And then we're going to be adding content, and we're going to show you how to add your logo, add data tags. We're going to show you how to add a new image. We're also going to show you how to find and upload an image and resize that image to a specific size so that it fits within the dimensions of the template. And then we're going to remove any unwanted areas. We're going to save a draft. We're going to send a test. We're going to do a final review, and then we're going to send the campaign. And then I'm going to show you how to review those analytics. And then I'm going to show you how you can actually copy and reuse that campaign so that you don't have to recreate it over and over and over again. And then what we're going to do is review some of the other new features that were implemented into the platform, and talk a little bit about those, and I'll have videos coming up shortly that will review a little bit more about that. So that is what we're going to be reviewing today, and so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've logged into my platform, so I'm just going to go over to email marketing and email campaigns. This should look very familiar, and then I'm just going to add a new email campaign. And I'm just going to choose one-off email campaign. There is a loyalty campaign, but we'll talk about that in a separate video. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that pre-selected and hit next. I'm going to go ahead and give my campaign a name. So my new campaign. And this is just for your reference. Your clients won't see this or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. So whatever you want to put in here to remind yourself of what the campaign was is totally fine. Go ahead and choose the delivery date. Obviously, you can choose the current day or any day in the future. So let's go ahead and just say, I'm going to send this out on Sunday and 8 a.m. And one of the nice things about the platform is it automatically knows your time zone, so you don't have to worry about adjusting the time to Eastern or Pacific. Wherever you're at, it will send the right send it at the right time. All right, let's go ahead and give the subject line my awesome memorable subject. From name, I'm just going to leave it as Ryan Eisenbart. And here's something, and I purposely did this. I put in an email address, or had it pre-populate with an email address that hadn't been verified. So if you've never sent out an email campaign before, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to verify this email address. So what you're going to have to do is click send verification email. And what it's going to do is it's going to send you a verification email. You basically just need to click on the link, come back to this page, refresh the page, and you'll be able to send it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in an email address that I know is already verified. So what it's going to do is going to check the system to make sure it's verified, which it is, and it notifies you that this email address is verified. Okay, so we're good to go there. And then format, HTML and text, you can send either or. I always recommend sending in an HTML format. That way your links that you put inside the email are trackable, meaning that you'll be able to track how many times the links were clicked on, which links were clicked on, and who clicked on them. So some great analytics stuff for you there. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And so here's a little bit of new features that Adobe introduced. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on this send to, and what it's going to do is give you all of your mailing lists that you've got in here. So I'll go ahead and just let's just assume that I want to send email to everybody who signed up for a free trial of our platform that hasn't yet purchased it. So I'm going to do that. And the new feature right here says exclude recipients on certain lists. Now you don't have to use this, but you can if you want. So I'm going to click on it just to show you how it works. Okay, so I clicked on it. So what it's going to do is it's going to give you an exclude field. Okay, so let's go ahead and Click on that, and what it's going to do is going to give you the same list that you already picked. Okay, so or excuse me, the same list that you already have in here as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select all orders. So basically, what I'm telling the system is, I want to send an email to anybody who signed up for a free trial who's never purchased anything from me. Okay. Now another example might be if you're selling, if you've got an e-commerce store and you're selling, physical products or something like that, and you've got product A, B, and C. Let's assume that you have product A, B, and C, and you want to send an email to all your customers, but you don't, and you're going to send them a coupon code to purchase product A. Well, obviously, you're going to want to exclude everybody who's already purchased product A so that you don't send them a discount code and get a bunch of phone calls and emails saying, hey, why didn't I get this discount code when I purchased the product, type of thing. So that's one really awesome feature. I know it sounds really small, but when you think about how you can use it and how you can really segment your list and really target your marketing, it's awesome. So let's go ahead and hit next. And this is one of the great features about what Adobe have done as well. So they've introduced a whole new line of email templates for you to choose from. I think they've got a really great start here. Obviously, if we've already built a custom template for you, it's still available in your platform. If you want a custom template built or something like that, we can do that as well and input it in here too. So you're not limited to this, but these are great starting points if you, just looking to send out some emails. So I recommend you guys, kind of check all of these out because they're awesome. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just select one of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this because I think it looks pretty nice. And I'm going to go ahead and next. And there we go. It loaded up the email template. So basically, this template is ready for me to customize and use however I want. So, let's go ahead and customize this because I want to show you guys, really how to use this platform, customize these emails so that when you're sending them out, they look great and you look like a professional company. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the generic logo here and delete that. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the add an image icon. And so I don't have any images in here yet, so I want to upload some of these images. So I'm going to go ahead and upload these files, and I've already got a couple of images that I want to use. So I want to use my logo, obviously, and I want to change that image that's there to an image of Denver because I obviously want it to be in my hometown. So I'm going to go ahead and open that and go ahead and click upload. Okay. So I already deleted out the logo, and I want to insert the logo. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and click insert, and you can see just that's how easy it was just to insert my logo, and there we go. Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about is image size in emails. Now, and this is kind of relevant to web pages, emails, anything on the web. So obviously, we only have a certain amount of space to work with inside of this email. And this image is a specific size for a specific reason because it needs to fit in this space. Okay. Well, what I want to do is I want to crop the image that I want to put in here to make sure it's this size so that it doesn't, move to the left or the right of the page and break the email design layout because I don't want it to look bad when it gets sent. So let's go ahead and take a look at how you can tell what size the image is. Okay. So I'm going to select the image just by clicking on it, and down here on the left hand side you can see that it's 600 by 250. Okay. Now I'm really only concerned about the 600 part right now, and I'll show you why. So if I want to replace this image, I'm going to go ahead and delete it out. Remember that this thing was 600 pixels wide. Okay. And my cursor is still where that image is at. Okay. So let's go ahead and insert a new image. So I'm going to click on this, and I uploaded one of my photos here, and it's a photo of Denver. And what I want to do here is take a look at what the dimension sizes are of this. Now this one is 1142 pixels wide, so you can see it's almost double the size that it needs to be. Well, that's a real problem, because I want to put this image in here, but it's got to be the right size. So all you have to do that is very simple. You just click on this little resize button, okay? And then it gives you some options down here. You can rename the image if you want to. I'm just going to leave it the same for now, but I'm going to go ahead and just give it a width of 600. Now I don't have to worry about the height of this image because I don't want it to be 600, and if you see this constrained proportions down here, what that's telling this to do is telling to constrain this image proportionally. So if I change it 600 pixels, I want it to maintain its shape and size and clarity so that it matches this 600 pixels width. So you can see up here that it's 1142 by 420, okay? This is checked. I'm going to overwrite this file. You don't have to. That's totally up to you. If you don't overwrite it, it just makes a copy of it. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Okay? And now I'm going to get back into my images file here and click on it again. And you can see now that it's 600 pixels wide by 221. So remember, we told it we wanted it to be 600, and it chose 221 because we had that item selected to scale proportionally. So now with that selected, all I got to do is hit insert, and boom, there we go. Just drop my image right where it needs to be. Now I want you to also to take a look at how this looks inside of here. I know this looks jacked up and it looks kind of broken, and the layouts all kind of funny and whatnot, but this is just in preview, or it's not really even preview mode. This is edit mode. Okay, so when we send a test, and I'll show you when we do that, it's really gonna kind of align everything and make it look really nice. Okay, so obviously we've got some social media icons here, so I want to go ahead and insert my social media links. So all I have to do is select an image, and I've already got these pasted somewhere, so I'm just going to go select and click on the add a link button, and I'm going to add my own URL here and hit OK. And I'm going to do the same with the Twitter. And if you haven't friended us on Facebook and Twitter, or followed us on Twitter, I recommend that you do that because we post a lot of things on there, to not only teach you about the platform, but we also toss a lot of internet marketing tips and things on there as well. And also, if you haven't joined our email list, that's a great thing to get on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add this real quick as well, and hit OK. All right. So we've got those. We've got our email link. This is actually a refer a friend link, and that's another feature of the platform. And I will create a video tutorial on that and show you how that works as well. It's pretty neat. So we've got our logo now, and we've got our brand new image that's sized perfectly. And we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to leave this business daily here. I'm just going to assume that this is fine here. Now, what I like to do too is I like to personalize all my emails. So you can see over here that there's a data module, and there's also a modules module. Okay. Now, I don't want you to worry about these right now. This is going to be a whole other video tutorial, and we're going to talk about the new features that are available with these. But in the data module, I'm going to go ahead and click tag recipient first name, because I want to pull in the recipient's first name so that it looks like I typed it out specifically to that person. So this does is it pulls in the first name of each person record in your database. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a space, and I'm going to go ahead and leave just the generic text in here for now. That's totally fine. And let's just assume that I want, I just want this one paragraph. So I want to get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just select it and delete it, and then let's assume that I've only got one latest update and only a couple of events that are going on. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those out as well. There we go. That looks pretty good. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this extra space here. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Obviously the same thing that we just did before. Go ahead and paste my links in here. So on these, you'll notice if you select just a text link, you get the option to add the URL down here too. It's just another spot you can do it. You can also obviously use the link builder up here like I did before. That's totally up to you. Facebook. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And let's go ahead and save draft. Now what you want to remember is you always want to save a draft before sending a test demo, because what we need to do is we need to tell the platform that yes, I want to save this, as it is, as I've got it right now, so that we can go ahead and send a test. If you don't, basically you're going to get a blank email and you're going to wonder why you have a blank email. So I'm going to go ahead and send a test. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to my email. And this should default to your email address that you logged in with, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send on here. It's going to tell me the email was successfully sent. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to my email client. Okay, so you can see that I've got an email right here from my test, or excuse me, from myself, which was the test. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And boom, you can see that now my logo is right there. I've got links to my Facebook and Twitter. My image shows up, perfect size. And here's the rest of my email. And there we go. That's really how easy it is to customize these new email templates and add your own images and things like that. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And what it's going to do is it's going to look here and it's going to say, or it's going to give you another option to just take a look at what it should look like in the email clients when it gets sent. So it's just kind of like a double check type of thing. And then we can go ahead and just hit send campaign. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask you for a campaign confirmation. And that, I recommend obviously just take a look at all these to make sure that they're right. And then all you have to do is hit send. What it does is it says this campaign was successfully saved and scheduled for delivery. And then I hit close. And my campaign is now ready to go. Okay. Now you can see that I just got an error message up here, but that's just basically saying that there's no reports for me to see because obviously the campaign hasn't been sent yet. So if you get that, and you will get that, don't worry about it. That's normal. Okay. So let's pop over real quick and take a look at what the analytics actually look like after you've actually sent something. So let's go ahead and open up a campaign that I sent a couple of days ago. And so basically this is kind of what you get. It shows you how many people you sent it to, how many people opened it up, and you can drill down into these and it'll actually give you very specific information about who opened it up and which links they clicked on and whatnot. And this is just kind of a summary overview of the overall statistics for that campaign. So really cool stuff. Okay. So one thing I wanted to talk about too is copying the email campaigns. So we set up this nice new campaign, whatnot. We have it scheduled. We have it ready to go. So let's say we wanted to add a new email campaign. So let's go ahead and add a new email campaign. And I'm just going to go through this really quick. I'm not really going to spend too much time. I just want to show you something here real quick. Next. And so what it's doing is it's giving me the option to select all these templates again. So let's go ahead and select this template again and hit next. And oh, you see what happens? Like now I have to redo all of this stuff again. I've got to add my logo. I've got to add my links back in. I've got to add a new image if I want to. I've got to do all of this stuff over again. Well, actually you don't have to, and let me show you why. So if I go to email, I'm just going to go back to email campaigns, okay? And once I'm in here, if I know of an email campaign that I've sent or I have scheduled that I want to reuse all the information that's in there, like my new campaign, for example, which is one we just set up, I'm going to go ahead and right click on it, and I'm going to go ahead and click add follow-up. And it gives me the option to send one-off email campaign again, and I just click next and next. And it keeps all this stuff, and you can change all this stuff too as you're going through it. So obviously I'm not going to want to send this exact same campaign, or maybe I do to the same people or whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and take off the exclude, because let's assume I don't want to exclude anybody this time. I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and then let's go ahead and hit next. Because I don't want to select a new template, because I know that the template has already been selected and it's already in here. So basically just pulled in all of this information and all of this customization that I did, so I can just reuse it. So now all I have to do is type out a new email, save it as a draft again, send myself a test, and always send yourself a test to make sure that your emails are looking correctly. And then go ahead and hit next and go through the process and schedule it to be sent. And there you go. So it does take a little bit of time to set some of this stuff up, but the beautiful thing about it is it's replicatable. Not even sure that's a word. So that you can replicate it and send things out very easily. So once you have it the design set and it's set up and ready to go, you can replicate it very easily and send it out. I know I'm kind of beating this into the ground, but that's one of the best features about this is you don't have to redo everything. You can set stuff up, let it run, duplicate it, and just make simple modifications once it's set up. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're going through this, because I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, and you're going to screw up along the way. I guarantee it. I still make mistakes all the time. But you know what? You learn from your mistakes and you try not to make them again. And if you do, well, you know what? You send out an email saying, "Oops, my bad," and just apologize and move on. I've seen large Fortune 500 companies do that. So I mean, everybody makes mistakes. So just keep that in mind when you're going through this and you're working through the process of getting your email campaign set up and whatnot. But like I said, make sure that you're always sending yourself to test emails. If you send a test email and you're going through it, you see a mistake, go back, fix it, save it a draft, send a test email again. You can send as many as you want until you feel like you've got it right. Okay, so that is basically the process. I'm going to open up my little guide here to make sure that I didn't miss anything here. And it looks like that's pretty good. Okay, so a couple of things that are coming up in the next few weeks, and I want to talk to you about these. These features have actually already been released. I'm in the process of testing them out to see how we can integrate them into your businesses, as quickly and cost effectively as we can. So what these data modules here are is what we're actually allowed to do now is we're actually allowed to automatically pull in like blog posts and upcoming events and upcoming or announcements and different things like that right inside of the email. So what it's going to allow us, what that allows you to do is, let's take blog posts for example, because I think that'll be relative to a lot of your businesses. Is every time, let's just assume that you want to send out a monthly newsletter every month, and so what that feature is going to allow you to do is, let's just assume that you posted one new blog post a week, and you want to send out an email once a month and let people know about the new blog posts and things like that, because maybe you've got offers hidden inside of them, or maybe there's just some great information that you want to send to your clients. So what this is going to allow you to do is schedule these emails every month automatically, so you can actually set up 12 emails every month. We're going to be able to pull in these data modules, and what it's going to do is it's automatically going to pull in parts of those blog posts and with links to the blog posts. So it's going to be all automated for you from start to finish. So all you have to do is set up the schedule, and the rest is basically done for you. After you've got the template set up, you've got the schedule, you can schedule out 12, 24, however many you want to schedule and set up, and kind of set it and forget it, because it's going to pull in those blog posts automatically. And like I said, that's going to work for events, it's going to work for news announcements, media downloads. I believe e-commerce. I'm going to have to double check on that. So, but those are some of the things that are coming in the pipeline. Adobe's got some great things that they said that they're still working on to even help improve this platform even more with upcoming releases in the next several months. So I hope that you really enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this was informative for you. And obviously, if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box below. I'm happy to answer anything, and I try to answer everything within at least 24 hours. Once again, this is Ryan Eisenberg with IOBI Systems, and until next time, here's to your online success.